Hello friends, on this edition of Around the Area with Allie, we take you to the TCB Fights for St Jude. We'll also check in with 7 days for the troops at the mall at Barnes Crossing. And I spent the night in the mall for that fundraiser. And we'll also ask locals why they're proud to be an American. The Fight for the Cure event hosted by TCB Fights took place on June 20th at the Tupelo Furniture Market. The red carpet ready night featured live boxing and raised money for St Jude Children's Research Hospital. UFC Hall of Famer Don the Predator Fry made a special appearance and held a VIP meet and greet.
Well, what this does is it brings money from the community and to the community of St Jude. It's a good donation for them, and it helps continue on research and hopefully find a cure for it.
What advice would you give somebody who wants to get into this? You did this, Hall of Famer and everything. What advice would you give?
Train your butt off. Make sure you train harder than the other guy. You know, you want to learn your skills. You know, concentrate on the basics, and then conditioning. Conditioning is the key to it.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so.
The food court inside the Mall of Barnes Crossing is the site for the 20th 7 Days for the Troops fundraiser. Scott Burns, a disabled Marine veteran, started the fundraiser 20 years ago when he and some volunteers built a tower outside the mall, and he camped on top of it for 1 week, raising money for wounded veterans. Burns is a double amputee, and because of some ongoing medical issues, he could not camp overnight this year inside the mall. But he had help from fellow veterans, and he even recruited me to stay one night. Here's my accommodations for the night. It's almost midnight. You can hear the music is still on at the mall at midnight. There's just some security folks here. Perfect time to go bike riding. And of course, I found a few stray cats right outside the mall. This may be the last Honor Tower event for 7 Days for the Troops, but Scott Burns says he will keep raising money for those who have sacrificed so much for our freedoms. And as the nation celebrates its 250th birthday on July 4th, we asked folks why they are proud to be an American.
We have more freedom than anybody in the world, and that's just because of our leadership and our people here are the best of the best. I've traveled the world. I see other countries. I wouldn't move anywhere.
Well, I mean, look what the World Cup has brought from fans around the world and how they appreciate the United States. You don't always hear that. You hear one side or the other, but to see their enthusiasm coming over here, and we see it every day. Sometimes we take it for granted. We don't know what it's like to live in other countries.
I love the freedoms that we have. I'm actually a political science minor, so I take a lot of pride in knowing the ins and outs of our country, but our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, all the freedoms that we can have living in a country like this. As I touched on, I think it's a little bit ironic that on the 250th anniversary I'm competing for this title, and I have the honor to be crowned the first African-American Miss Mississippi volunteer. As I said, I don't take for granted the people that paved the way for me to get here. The trailblazers, the people who stood up, who spoke out and made a difference.
We live in the best country in the whole United World, period. America is a free country, and I love being here. I'm glad I was born here.
Be sure and celebrate July 4th. We have a lot to be thankful for. We live in the greatest country. And thank you for watching Around the Area with Allie, your destination for good news.